This is a piece of sugar cane from Puerto Rico. This too came from Puerto Rico. It was made in one of the many new factories there. Sugar cane and electric irons, bananas, pineapples, and machinery are just a few of Puerto Rico's products. But traveling there can be much more instructive. Well, you can stop dreaming, Judy, because we're going to take you there right now. 1,600 miles southeast of New York City, in the heart of the West Indies, where the Atlantic Ocean meets the Caribbean Sea, there is a lovely semi-tropical island, Puerto Rico, a land of sandy beaches, palm trees, and clear, sparkling water. A land of rolling countryside and lofty mountains, dark people and light people, industrious, hard-working, laughing, good-natured people, adults who go to work, and children who go to school. Pedro says, "Welcome to Puerto Rico. I will be very happy to show you around the island. We Puerto Ricans are a very proud people," he says, "proud of our homeland and proud of our Spanish ancestry."
Well, it actually was very nice at first, because I didn't realize that I was a minority in this country. It wasn't until one day someone from a church dropped off all this food, like during the holidays, and I'm thinking, well, what was that about? I guess they saw us as these poor little kids that needed help, and it was fun and everything, getting the stuff. Looking back now, of course, I see it was something that probably I would do now, because we're in ministry, and we like to help people. But I didn't see myself like that at first. The work that was given to us, or my mom, was definitely migrant worker type work. And now, having lived all my life in America, I do see the distinct difference of the way the work was given to migrant workers, as I guess we were, but I didn't even know that we were.
And most important of all, industry has discovered one of Puerto Rico's best natural resources, the people. Efficient workers who like their jobs and are proud to be a part of the new Puerto Rico. People who have chosen a new way of life and made it work.
They were very hard workers, and they worked very, very hard for whomever they worked for, and also did what was required of them. I think there were times they felt that they were cheated. They felt like they should have earned better wages. But I think that they honestly, well, at least my parents, weren't looking for a fight. Were very accommodating to taskmaster.
Really, yeah.
Taskmaster. And I think there were times, I think that when they worked fields, like there were seasons of times that they had to find work, like either cherry picking, asparagus, tomato picking, oh my, that they realized that this is crazy. They weren't, especially where we lived, there weren't as many Puerto Ricans. So I really stuck out in that sense, because I wasn't in a community where there were a lot of Puerto Ricans, so that we could get to know each other and even exchange life, what was going on. And so there was just literally like 3 of us in high school as I got older, in the area where we lived. So for the most part, though, when we were in one area where there were many, it was actually very nice, because we would get together for holidays and be together and share some of the traditions from from Puerto Rico that I'm grateful that I was able to see. Some of the things that I do remember, the things that Mother's Day was a big deal, and it was like a very special day, and you had Dia las Madres, you know, and Noche Buena, which is New Year's Eve.
Yeah.
There was always a big day because you were thanking for your mother, and then New Year's was also was very special, even though there's the party and all that, but it was like a new year, another year that you've had another year. My mother would take a glass of water and a cup of rice. And thank the Lord for another year of life, and that He had provided rice, and she just used the water and rice symbolically. That another year had gone by, and the Lord had provided, and thanked Him for that. So, but I remember that, and that was something that I remember her doing, and yeah. So there's definitely, for those that grow up here, unless they have a community of a lot of Puerto Ricans or people near them, it would get further and further away.
What has been the most important life lesson you've learned from that?
That I've learned that it doesn't take much to make a person really content. Because I think even with what they did or did not have, they were content people. And so I think my biggest life lesson is learning that you can be content with whatsoever you have. And Luke, I don't know that I helped you at all. Thank you, Luke, for wanting to try. Because I don't know how I process some of that, because I think even realizing with my dad being gone is like, it's over. Another thing is over. He always brought me back to that. He always helped me to remember some of those things that I had or didn't have. He helped me to keep that little bit of background.
Yeah.
And I think that's going to be another phase that I will go through, that will be hard for me to realize that I don't have that anymore.